Coming up on Wildcats Media News, a new president has been named for Louisiana College.
Louisiana College needs a president right now who can listen.
Cats crush cancer. That's the motto for the LC baseball team.
There's more to it than the baseball.
It was a week for music on campus.
I'm just real proud of them.
And LC holds its yearly revival service. That and more on Wildcats Media News.
From Studio A in the Martin Performing Arts Center, this is Wildcats Media News.
Hello and welcome to Wildcats Media News, your campus news source. I'm Mark Klein. First up, in a unanimous decision by the Board of Trustees, LC names a new president, Dr. Rick Brewer.
We have a gargantuan task ahead of us. It's God-sized. That's good, because God can handle it.
Dr. Rick Brewer's first public appearance as president was at LC's final revival service.
A praise on our heart, thanking you.
Where those in attendance prayed over him and his wife, Kathy.
In Jesus' name, everybody said, Amen. Amen.
Before leading the school in worship. Dr. Brewer comes to LC from Charleston Southern University, where he served as the Vice President of Student Affairs. Now at LC, Brewer summarizes his plan of action with 3 points.
I listen, I learn, and I lead. Louisiana College needs a president right now who can listen.
Even in explaining his office policy to students at a meet and greet Thursday night.
If it's open, just walk on in.
Listening, whether at the piano or face-to-face with faculty, students, and community members.
I'll give you the balance of my professional career to make this school a place the faculty, students, staff, and future students are proud of.
Good things might just be brewing at Louisiana College. Dr. Brewer describes himself as having a student's heart. Wildcats Media's Miranda Cordamont was on hand to find out student reactions to the new president.
A new president for Louisiana College.
Welcome again, Dr. Rick Brewer.
Just hours in, but already bringing
A lot of energy and confidence to the role of president.
and a reason for
Hope for change, hope for an upswing.
Joy, like there's joy in the students now.
the Board of Trustees unanimously elected Rick Brewer, and so far there's been an equally enthusiastic welcome from
Students, we wanted to, the first chance that we had was to put him in connection with the students tomorrow. We'll put him in contact with more faculty.
This is the first time I met him, and I was blown away by just how cool he is and how much he seems to care for the students.
He seems really trustworthy, really genuine, and seems like he's going to do a great job for the school.
first impressions formed by words.
The fact that he said that we're a family, I've always felt like LC was a family, it was a community, and the fact that he can come in and just immediately feel that, immediately establish that he was going to be a family with us, that meant a lot to me.
And a boost of enthusiasm for the future.
We love LC so much, we just want to see the best for it.
As well as a change of tone across campus.
I just think that the Lord's bringing in revival in different ways, and especially in our new president.
I'm really glad I'm going to be here another year.
For Wildcats Media News, I'm Miranda Cordamont.
And the LC baseball team gave a special honor to the new president. We pitch now to Wildcats Media's Emily Lansing with a story from Billy Allgood Field.
Thank you for all things. In Jesus'
As
name.
part of his first week on campus, new Louisiana College president Dr. Rick Brewer threw the first pitch at the Wildcat baseball game Saturday. Baseball coach Mike Burns was glad to welcome Brewer to the mound.
We're just excited that Dr. Brewer came out. It's the second day here at work at Louisiana College, and he's going to come out to the baseball park, and he spoke to our guys, and we're excited about him. Our kids are excited. I know the community is going to be excited about having Dr. Brewer on board, and we're going to win a couple games for him today.
Brewer says he was honored to meet the team and throw the first pitch.
Hey, it's a beautiful day, great day here at the ballpark, and I appreciate Coach Burns inviting me over to be a part of this today. What a great time I had with the guys before the game. Got to meet them all, shake their hand, and got to throw out the first pitch, and that was a lot of fun.
As the head of athletics during his time at Charleston Southern University, Brewer is an advocate for collegiate sports.
And it's wonderful in athletics, particularly here at Louisiana College, where students can have their passion for that sport, but it's paired up with their purpose to honor and glorify God in doing it.
Brewer will officially take office on April 7th and is ready to join the Louisiana College family. For Wildcats Media News, I'm Emily Lansing.
Earlier this week, I got the opportunity to sit down and discuss student needs with Dr. Brewer. That video is online now at wildcatsmedia.com. And the Wildcat baseball team is standing behind two very important people this season. Here's Wildcats Media's Miranda Cordamont.
Cats Crush Cancer is kind of the logo that we've adopted this year.
For this team,
There's more to it than the baseball.
especially this season, dedicated to their coach's wife, Colinda Burns.
We found out November 6th that she was diagnosed with breast cancer.
A strike not only to Burns, but also to his players.
Coach, he becomes a special person to you. You've been here 4 years, you're with him day in and day out, almost year-round for those 4 years, and he becomes almost like a father figure to you. So to see him hurt and to see him go through a hard time is a hard time for you.
So they're swinging back.
During the games, we'll have pink sweatbands on our wrists for the games, and just to show the other teams that we're in support.
Every home run we hit, we make $220, and we split that between Rapides General's Cancer Center and St. Francis Cabrini's Cancer Center.
Even shaving their heads while at Concordia University.
They were doing a cancer fundraiser also, and then about 25 of our guys jumped in there.
And being that it related so much to our team and coach, we decided some of our guys stepped up and shaved their heads.
She watched all of it on the computer, and she was crying while it was going on, and then she sent me a text and told me, she says, I've got a couple wigs for all the guys to wear.
It's something that I think baseball teaches everybody.
It's more than just a lesson.
Says a lot for our team.
Or even a team effort.
Family effort.
Is more appropriate.
It's pretty cool.
For Wildcats Media News, I'm Miranda Quartermont.
And LC will host Ladies' Night in the Park March 20th in honor of women with breast cancer. What's in a name? That's the question posed by the LC Wind Ensemble at their first concert of the semester. The concert featured songs with unusual names such as Spontaneous Combustion, Baby Q Blues, and Animus. Under the direction of Myron Turner, the band chose songs that fit their areas of musical strength.
I'm just real proud of them. I mean, especially for 24 students in the band. They're a true wind ensemble, and everybody has to pull their weight, and they stepped up to the plate tonight. I was real proud of them.
Turner says the band is a little short on percussion, limiting their ability to turn the beat around, you might say. Now, on a serious note, senior Rachel Morgan, who is playing her final wind ensemble concert, has received a big honor. Morgan is heading to Nashville later this month as part of the National Small College Intercollegiate Band. The principal clarinetist is the only student from Louisiana to receive that honor.
This semester, that same week, I'm going to be doing my senior recital, and so I'm putting together a senior recital and that honor band at the same time, and it just kind of feels like all of this hard work is starting to pay off, and I'm starting to see results for all of the long hours spent in the practice room.
It's a great capstone for her career here. I think she at one point made the Louisiana equivalent of that a number of years ago, and this will be the first time, to my knowledge, that she's been at the national level. And she just passed her praxis, the music part. We found that out today, too, so she's celebrating.
And another music student held a special performance. Vivian Ryder performed her senior clarinet recital on Saturday, even though she's still only a junior. Despite still having more to do academically, Ryder knows that getting her recital out of the way would relieve a lot of stress during her senior year.
It was difficult to prepare, but it was a very rewarding experience. I was able to really show how I've advanced musically since being at Louisiana College.
Ryder is a music education major. The Ava Kwong art exhibit visited LC this month. Kwong is head of the ceramics department at Kent State University. She's lectured at more than 130 schools worldwide. But hey, if you missed the event, don't worry. Kwong's art is still here at the River Oaks Art Center in Alexandria. Coming up, Wildcats Media's Karylon Thornton will be here to share the sports of the week. But first, LC had a huge week this week on many different levels. Wildcats Media's Hannah Fleming was on hand to share the sights and sounds of LC's revival service.
See, the story of revival is the story of a handful of people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired and have a hunger for God.
Through this revival, I've really seen the power that students coming together can have and the impact that it can have on the world. And I want to see that happen on this campus and everywhere else.
I noticed this week that the Lord is just motivating us to love each other, and we all come from a broken place, and as believers we should encourage each other in seeking God.
God opens up our eyes to our brokenness and our filthiness, and He wipes away any self-righteousness that we have, and it encourages us to go and spread the gospel to other people. It doesn't just stop with us.
God's never finished, and revival is that which accelerates that work.
What happened yesterday is there was over 100 people staying after chapel, and that was just amazing. People were praying. It's just, I want to see this campus grow.
We just walked out feeling really convicted. We felt the Spirit move and just show us the different ways where we've kind of been complacent in our lives.
I really feel like I was saved last night. My heart was opened, and it was an overwhelming feeling that I cannot even explain, cannot put it into words. Coming in here today, I just don't want to leave. I just want to keep worshiping, and I want to keep being here, and I want to keep praising the Lord.
God is wanting to do something in this campus right now. With all of us in this room, there's a reason we stayed in here. There's a reason that we felt called to stand in here and just pray over this revival. Whatever He lays on your heart, that's what we have to do. That's what we have to become.
Welcome to sports. I'm Karylon Thornton. The Wildcat baseball team swept the Yellow Jackets of Howard Payne this weekend after great games from their pitching corps. The Wildcats look to have a great weekend after a rough start to their season.
We really needed a momentum shift there.
We needed it to put us right back in the thick of everything.
With the stars of the series being the pitchers, starting with senior Lane Noakes, who came in to close out Game 1 with his second save of the year.
You know, they brought me in, and it was just, I was a little shaky at first, kind of nervous, I guess, but Coach came out there, talked to me, settled me down, and I was able to get the last 2 outs.
The rest of the pitching corps also came on the mound to get the job done.
The pitchers did phenomenal. It's easy to win ball games when pitchers do their jobs like that.
The Cats will head on the road this weekend for a triple header against UT Tyler, who sits at number 2 in the conference.
They came to our place last year, and we were lucky. We played well, and we swept them. Right now, I think they're the hottest team in our conference, and we're just going to have to go there and play our baseball.
Basketball season may be over here in Pineville, but postseason awards were handed out over the past week. LC men's basketball junior Anthony Gaines Jr. was awarded by the American Southwest Conference for his outstanding play this year. Gaines was named Player of the Year after finishing the season as the only player in the conference to average 20 points as well as 2 blocks a game.
I was a little surprised, especially with the people that were in it, the other contenders for it. It really surprised me to get it this year.
Gaines was also awarded Co-Defensive Player of the Year, which he is most proud of.
If I wanted any award this year, that was the one I wanted, if anything, Defensive Player of the Year.
Although his name will be on the award, Gaines believes the award also belongs to a few others.
I give that all to my teammates and Coach Rushing for putting me in position. Teammates passing me the ball, and Coach Rushing calling plays for me. That's all to the coach and the teammates.
On the women's side, senior Denisha Allison was named first team All-ASC.
I feel like I'm blessed because this summer I worked really hard, and that was one of my main goals, to try to make first team, and I accomplished it, so I feel really good.
Allison, just like Gaines, credits others in her receiving this honor.
I attribute it, first of all, to my teammates, and I also attribute it to Coach Tinsley, because during the 3 years, he taught me so much that I didn't know coming into college basketball. I thought I knew a lot, but I didn't know anything compared to what he taught us. And I also attribute it to the student coach, Josh. This summer, me and him worked really hard.
Along with Gaines and Allison, junior Kevin Cottenham, and seniors Nika Jones, Casey Willis, and Skylar Chenevert receive an all-conference nod as well. Also, Mark, we want to give a huge shout-out to our softball team. They're off to an amazing start. They're 9-1 overall, 8-0 in conference, so they're looking pretty good this year.
That is awesome. There's still a lot of chances to see them play, too, right?
Of course. Come out and check them out. It's going to be great.
Very cool. Well, you know, some other teams that did really well, too. LC's Convergence Media Department just got back from NRB, and they did a fantastic job in the Digital News Challenge. Take a look. Whether from far away,
Australia,
Rapids, Michigan,
Norway,
or close to home.
I'm Al Corbon from Louisiana College.
Members of the media from around the globe are gathering together, which brought them here to the National Religious Broadcasters Convention here in Nashville, Tennessee. Representatives from television, radio, church media, and media education met for the week-long summit to discuss topics important to Christian media.
We started 8 years ago bringing students to NRB.
Jeff Young is a professor at Louisiana College. He also serves as the chairman of the Intercollegiate Division of the National Religious Broadcasters Association, also known as INRB.
The purpose of INRB is to develop the next generation of Christian communicators.
One group of INRB students came from the Convergence Media program at Louisiana College. While at the convention, the group competed in the INRB 24-hour Digital News Challenge.
On this edition of Wildcats Media News,
it's an opportunity to go head-to-head against other colleges, crafting 3 unique news pieces about NRB.
At the National Religious Broadcasters Convention, I'm Kendall Burnett. It used to be a 36-hour challenge, but they moved it down to 24, which made it a little more difficult. The first 12 hours was during the nighttime, so they might as well have called it a 12-hour challenge. And it was kind of hectic and intense as we got to the final bit of it.
You know, you go out, shoot some B-roll, get the interviews, and you put it all together in your hotel rooms.
Maxwell, who also works at News Channel 5, was a part of last year's winning team alongside Kendall Burnett.
NRB is looking to save money in the skies.
And for 2 years in a row, the team was the
Back-to-back first place team, Louisiana College.
There is no greater joy for a teacher than to see the light come on in the students' eyes. There's no greater joy than to see them rise in their skill set and move from a student to a teacher.
According to the students, it's because of those teachers that they're able to accomplish their success.
You know, we're totally prepared for the fields that we're going in because we have these great professors, and I don't know what we would do without them.
And that wraps up this edition of Wildcats Media News. For Wildcats Media, I'm Mark Klein.
And I'm Karylon Thornton.
I'll see you later.